So I'm working on the front brakes right now. There's the passenger front hub there. Still got my hub puller sticking on it right now. This side I got the wheel cylinder pulled out, both the shoes pulled out, the cams and the pins, or the bolts that stick through the bottom of the shoes. Got it all loose. I just kind of scraped the whole thing with a flathead, and then went over top. Well, scraped it all with a flathead to break off the most of the grease, and then I went over top of that with a wire brush, and then sprayed it all down with some brake cleaner. So that's what it looks like after all of the brakes have been removed. We can look over on this side. This is the front driver's side. I mean, it pretty much is the same as the rear, except there's no emergency brake mechanism inside here. This spindle is a little different from the rear. The front hubs are just slightly different from the rear. Basically, there's more aggressive, I would say, maybe slope in the spindle here. The taper on the rear is more straight. Then it comes out a little bit further. Yeah, you probably can't tell from all that, but anyway, the wheel cylinders are supposedly different. They look a little different. The shoes are the same, so I don't. It's probably a slight different bore. Anyway, so I am out of brake cleaner after I cleaned this backing plate off, so I'm not going to be able to do the other side today. I'll pick up some brake cleaner on my way home. I guess I'll also pick up some bearing grease if they have the kind I need. I guess that's about it. I'll probably put this wheel cylinder in today before I head home. Maybe reassemble if I have enough brake cleaner and left to clean off those old shoes. They're new. They're probably rebuilt shoes. They've just been sitting in the back for a while, so there's a lot of AK dust. If you're not from Ohio or southwestern Ohio, you probably don't know what AK is, but it's a steel plant. So I'm right across the street from them, so there's a lot of slag that's kind of just in the rain and in the air coming down from the steel plant, so it's kind of coated these old shoes. Even though they're new, they've just been coated with that stuff, so it needs to be cleaned off before I throw them on there. Give you an idea, like that's what it looked like. They were just sitting in the back, but after I cleaned them off, they look like that. So I mean, you can tell that stuff's just in the air, and it settles down on everything out here. There's plenty of, I don't know how well you can tell, but there's plenty of pad or shoe, whatever you want to call it, the braking material. There's plenty of that on these. That's why I'm reusing them. I can send these off to get relined. But that's a lot of money. I don't think I need to spend. If I have any problems with the shoes, especially after doing these particular brakes for the first time here, there should be no problem to change them out if I have any problems with them later. But I don't expect that'll be an issue. Anyway, it'll be a whole lot better than it was, and probably actually better that it's just functional now, that all new brake lines and hoses and all the rubber and wheel cylinders been replaced. It should just be able to actually work now. So so that's the plan. I won't be able to finish up the front tonight, unless I want to go to the parts store and then come back, and it's already 6-ish, and I haven't eaten since, I don't know, about 9 this morning, so really not on my plan tonight to finish this. I'll just do it in the morning, especially since all the seals for the wheel bearings won't be in for a couple days probably, because I ordered those today. And I don't know if I already said it in the video, but or in one of my earlier videos today, is this wheel cylinder here. I installed it yesterday. It's this right here. Had it all together, and the even though it fits in the backing plate like it's supposed to, and it fit everything like it's supposed to, it didn't match the fittings that are on the brake line that I installed. It was the thread. I got a plug in it right now, but this is one of Grandpa's old wheel cylinders. I don't know what year this is off of. I mean, it looks like it should fit this. Maybe it's out of a later, like mid to late 1940s. I don't have any 50s laying around, so I can't compare it to anything else like that. But I don't know why he would have this, but that fitting is too small for my lines, and the ones I ordered, there's the two front ones there, and the passenger rear, they all fit the line like they were supposed to, and I ordered the lines based off of the fittings that were on the car. And I believe that they're all out of 39 Ford. So that's this T-fitting here and this T-fitting here off the master cylinder is basically what I went after. So that's what I set my lines to, and I just figured they would all match up. And unfortunately, I didn't check that master cylinder that Grandpa had. Or not master cylinder, the wheel cylinder that Grandpa had, and it doesn't fit. So order another wheel cylinder for that. Was trying to save some money because he had one that was new laying around, and fortunately it doesn't work. So hopefully the one that shows up, I think it's supposed to be here by the 5th. So I can't reassemble this side, at least until then. So anyway, that's that's my brake woes. It's getting there. I mean, really, we're down just the last finishing touches on the brakes. I guess that's it. Tomorrow, I'll have some more brake cleaner so I can clean off this last backing plate, and I'll install the front wheel cylinders and the front shoes, and then we're just waiting for grease seals for all the hubs. And so I guess that's it for the brakes for today. Yep. So I will make another video tomorrow, I suppose.